Hi, and welcome to another episode of me rambling on about things I probably care too much about and hope you care enough about to keep watching this video. Today, we're going to be talking about how filmmaking is basically a shit ton of problem solving. Now, I don't make any feature films and I'm not a professional, but I've worked on enough sketches and short films and just stuff of my own and some freelancing work that I think I have enough experience to provide some value to beginners and other people who are really into filmmaking. So I'm going to be looking at some problems that I faced in the past while working on some projects. First of all, let's get started with problems I faced while filming a film, shooting a film. First of all, lighting. Now, when I shoot, I usually just shoot with my friends, which means that we have limited time, we want to have fun as well, and we kind of bounce off of each other with ideas all the time, so we don't work very time efficiently. But that means that when shooting outside, the light runs out, it gets dark, and there's some problems you have to face. You have to film at different times, you have to film at different days, and then the lighting doesn't match, which, for example, you can see in this short film that I did, where we started shooting on one day and it was light, and then on the next day when we shot it was already afternoon. So basically I had to try and match these two shots with some color grading, but if you've watched it, you realize that it's pretty obvious that it's filmed at two completely different times of the day. By the way, if you want to watch the short film, you can check it out on my other channel, Aristotelis, right here. While we're on that subject, I just want to point out that color grading is a huge tool for filmmakers and low-budget filmmakers, because it can play such a huge role in how your film looks, if it looks a bit more professional or completely amateuristic. Next big problem. While doing the editing on this specific short film, I realized that these couple of shots, which you will see right now, really don't flow together well. It's just, the cut is just far too sudden. Didn't realize it while shooting it, we didn't have a shot list, we were just kind of winging it with basic ideas and a basic script. And I didn't realize that that cut was going to be so abrupt. So what I ended up doing is creating two fully CGI shots, which one of them looks, but I think the other one, this one, the underwater one, the underwater one looks really cool. If you look at the scene now, I think it just flows much better by having that one, just those two CGI shots where it just gets you out of that previous continuity. Plus, of course, it also sets up the danger in the scene by showing how big the drop is, showing the skull in the water, signifying that someone else made a mistake and yeeted himself down that cliff. I've had 2 large cappuccinos today, don't know if you realize, but right now, so my brain is trying to catch up with my mouth. Next big problem that a lot of people will relate to if they live in one of these Mediterranean countries. Right now I'm in Scotland, but this video was actually shot in Greece. Greece in the summer has this problem. Crickets. Goddamn son of a bitch, crickets. So what I usually do is just try to match up the sounds, do my best to remove some of that sound in Adobe Audition, which I'm not very proficient with, so I can't do it very well, but if you look at it before...
So would it have been smarter to wait till I actually find what we are both looking for before revealing yourself?
And after...
So would it have been smarter to wait till I actually find what we are both looking for before revealing yourself?
It's a pretty decent improvement, I believe. But in this one dialogue scene that we're shooting for that video, you can very clearly tell that at this point...
Always got something smart to say,
There was no cricket there. But at this point...
You tend to follow in my footsteps.
One stupid fucking cricket didn't want to leave. He just kept bugging us. Get it? Bugging. Because the point being that it's really obvious that that's not supposed to be there, and it doesn't match with from shot to shot, and like I didn't know what was better, to either take that sample of that cricket and put it in both the shots so that it at least matches, but it would be very annoying. But I ended up just trying to mute it a bit and then only include it in like one of the 2 shots, and it's really distracting. So this video is called problem solving, but I don't know if I really solved that problem. I just kind of pushed it away a bit, hid it, you know, make it a little less obvious. But in the end, it's pretty fucking obvious. Now back to some problem solving attempts that actually worked pretty well. Check out these shots. Notice anything wrong? You probably didn't, but if you did, yeah, the notebook is in the wrong hand. I grab it with my right hand, and then when I'm being violently thrown onto the ground, I'm holding it in my left hand. So I went into After Effects, got that notebook out, removed it from my one hand, put it in the other hand. It's a very short shot and no one probably noticed it, but I did it anyway, and now continuity saved. It's in the right hand. Also, right here, this shot seems to be right? Right, fake punch, obviously, but you know, it works. This was the original shot. My fist missed his face by about 5 miles. So, how did I fix that? Well, cut him out, put him closer to the camera. If you look at it frame by frame, you will notice the difference, but I doubt anyone noticed it while watching the video. Works pretty well. Same goes for this shot. My fist is clearly not touching his face, so what I did is I cut out my fist, put it a bit closer, deformed his face a bit, made it look like it actually hit. Looks ridiculous if you look at it frame by frame, but when you look at it just in the shot, flawless. Next problem. We were trying to get this piece of paper to fly right next to the lens of the camera, but as some of you might know, humans don't have control of the wind, so that was a problem. We couldn't get it right. So I ended up recreating the piece of paper in After Effects, make it somewhat 3D, and then just animated it to fly off screen. Very simple. Next up, now this is a bit more of a nitpick than it is a problem, but it seemed like a problem to me. You see, when we were shooting this, that cliff that you see was pretty high up, and if you fell down, you'd probably die. But when you look at it in the shot, it really doesn't seem that bad because it's not entirely just vertical. It just kind of goes like this, so it seems like, oh, you could just kind of roll off that. So what I did is I went into After Effects once again and faked that shot to make it look more dangerous. Back to the fully CGI shots because I'm kind of proud of this one. We had this one scene where I go walk into the cave to find like the final clue, and we just had the shot of me walking around, and then the next shot is me finding the clue. But I thought it was a bit too fast and it was lacking a sense of mystery. So what I did is I went into After Effects once again, Element 3D, created this fully CGI shot with like some statues of an ancient civilization, obviously just some Greek gods, which fits the theme of Atlantis. And I managed to create this shot, which I think is quite realistic and really adds to the scene. And it's probably one of my favorite shots in the whole film, and it's entirely CGI. So what's even real anymore? What is this even real? That would be the biggest twist if it turns out all of this behind me, like everything, is fully CGI. I mean, the cool thing about this whole theme of problem solving in films is that it's present in every film. It would probably be more noticeable in low budget short films, or no budget short films as I like to call mine, but it's also present in medium budgets. And if you look at the behind the scenes of a lot of like big Hollywood films, they face these problems as well, because even though it's full of highly paid professionals, they're still human. They make mistakes, they forget shots, they make some mistakes in the shot, there's things there that shouldn't be there, so they fix that. And I just want to take a moment to point out that I do believe that all these little problems that I've solved while making films probably teach me to solve more problems in real life as well, because you look for an efficient and proper solution, and you often just have to think in the moment, especially if you've got a problem whilst shooting a film. You gotta think on your feet and figure out a solution quickly, because you have limited time, you have limited resources, and you need to figure something out. On that note, I'm going to end this video. If you liked it, subscribe to this channel, and also let me know if you had to solve any of the little problems while shooting a film, because I'm genuinely interested, because I find that problems and mistakes often make for the best moments to learn and to teach others. Thank you for watching once again, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye.